Live on Lagos Talks 91.3. Yeah, lots more stories to share with you. Do remember that numbers are also open for our line of communication. It's 0809-234-5913 for WhatsApp messages and voice notes. To women only, 0809-191-3913 and 0809-222-0913. And our landlines are also functional. It's 01515-0913 and 01515-1913, and on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913. And on Threads as well. It's the same thing with the hashtag SportsZone. We understand that Tunisian professional teams Esperance and Etoile Sportive du Sahel are fighting for the signature of Enyimba goal poacher Chukwuemeka Obioma. Remember, he didn't play at the Super 8s. Everybody was wondering where he is. What I'm told is that his contract has expired with the club side Enyimba. So now he's free to go wherever he wants. And
we're not helping ourselves.
Story says Enyimba are placing a price tag of...
We're not helping ourselves.
$250,000, you know.
It just tells you how bad our situation is. Because while we praise what we're saying now for clubs, Enyimba should be retained. They're the champions of Nigeria. They're going to the Champions League. We need to retain our best legs.
What if the player doesn't want to stay?
Unfortunately. And that's the thing. Because number one, the conditions Enyimba has put in place will not even allow anybody in their right mind to stay back. Because number one, you're going to Tunisia. It's easier for you to go from Tunisia to Europe. One. Number two, Enyimba have not even paid their bases. Number three, the conditions in Nigeria, you make it difficult. I don't know. Enyimba are going to represent Nigeria in CAF Champions. They can't be selling everybody. Almost everybody wants to leave Enyimba.
I thought we were supposed to be bringing in and not.
And they gave them money.
Yeah, the team we saw, the Super 8, if that's what they're going to use.
Wahala.
But big story at the weekend, guys. Nigeria's women's 4x100 meters relay team at the Birmingham 2022 Commonwealth Games has been stripped of their gold medal following the disqualification of Grace Nwokocha. She was found guilty of doping by the Commonwealth Games Federation courts, and as a result, England have now been promoted to first place, followed by Jamaica and Australia. What's going on?
It's a very sad story, and I tried to follow up on because I was worried about, so how did it happen? Now, we know that there's a way you can inject yourself, you can swallow. How situation she swallowed. So we do not have the final confirmation of how the whole process happened, but there's been a back and forth at the weekend. I think there's a story in the Guardian newspaper this morning where she had apparently spoken to journalists saying that they should quell the story of her accusing her teammates of being the problems. I know it's a messy thing. It's a very bad thing.
Very bad.
It's bad going towards the World Championship because she says she was, it's a bad story. Let's just leave it at that.
She took drugs.
That is the long and short of it. That's the long and short because at this point I don't know. I wanted to work back.
That's the crux of the matter.
That's the crux of the matter. When they tested that, it was there.
It was there. So any other thing
now, likes of Favor Philly, Tobi Amusan, they've also all been stripped of the medals they won because one person in that relay team.
Yeah, once one person is affected, everybody else loses
out on it. So it's a very sad story.
Nigerian sports and drugs, it's a problem now.
It is. But it's always been a problem. It's just because we're never at the top. Now we are permanently at the top in terms of our athletes are doing very well.
That's why we need to have a doping center in this country. It's very, very essential.
Is it not our that we had a coach that was banned by this thing? What's the name? International, what's the name? Athletics Federation. That same coach was found at the last events we had in Nigeria. The same coach that was banned for how many years? They asked AFM what happened. They said they did not know.
Anyway, this morning we're running 10 minutes short of our appointed time of 9:30, so we're leaving at 9:20 because we have to do a favor to the incoming program. But we're told as well that Super Eagles legend Austin Okocha has responded to recent reports suggesting that he is in line to be appointed as Nigeria's Minister of Youth and Sports. He says he learned about the potential appointment through news reports, since no government official has contacted him directly.
I like that. You know when you say I told my like what? He's responding to a list that we have not seen.
I have seen the list.
It's a list official.
No,
that's the thing. It's not official.
It's not official.
But I've seen the list, and he is stated there as a junior minister of sports. He's a junior minister. Yeah.
Like a vice.
What do you mean, like a minister of state?
Minister of state, yeah.
So sports now has two ministers.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
every of the ministers on that list have
They have
federal and
yeah,
state.
yeah.
But
They have
before sports
federal.
used to have 2 now. It's just 1.
But
So who is going to be handling youth? Who is handling sport? Because Ministry of Youth and Sports. So is it that the senior will handle youth? The junior will not handle sports?
Tell me, we're yet to know.
Because when he said he was responding, I was like, he's responding to the story. Is it confirmed? But
all right, let's take a few messages and calls coming through as well.
all right, this one says, "Good morning, guys. I watched the match live in Unikyo. The pitch was perfect, lovely match, but officiating was poor. But I'm happy Sporting won." Dennis from K2. He adds, Portable had issues with the supporters previously. When he came to perform at the early stage of the Super 8, that was why the fans were throwing bottles at him. Anyway, I love him. Even though we're still doing his thing, can't be bothered. Sports Zone, this says the Super 8 tourney was fantastic, and Nigeria football can only get better, especially in the area of officiating. The last time I saw such massive and intimidating ambience was when Taribo West brought his friends to Surulere National Stadium against Nigeria 11. Now, God saved me from Stampede that day. Good job, guys. God bless Nigeria. Talk back for Wowe. We've also got this here this morning. It says, good morning, Sports Zone crew. Congratulations to Sports in Lagos. Please, how can I get their jersey? What's your take on the Benjamin Mendy issue, guys? Wale from the island.
Did we not speak about Benjamin
No, it was
Mendy?
on
We
Friday.
didn't? Okay. It's a sorry situation, to be honest. Why it is that the people who accused him of rape are not now facing a trial is what I will never understand. Because 2.5 years of his life completely wasted.
His job
You know,
on the line because
His job is out. He's out.
He's
already.
out, but that's on the line.
I remember
because
he's not playing football for like 3 years.
Yeah.
So that means
to get a job now.
has to
a
get back
challenge.
fitness.
His life is just on hold. At
that's
the
what you
moment.
get when you live in a society where the woman reigns supreme. Any woman can just lay a claim on you, and that's it. Your life is over.
Maybe I also think as well that maybe it's time they start looking for a way to create some form of balance. You're innocent until proven guilty.
Yes,
If it was innocent until proven guilty, it means he would have still been playing
It's
football
just
while
the
he goes to
stigma
court.
of having to just be
And that is
associated
wrong. You
with
cannot
that type of,
judge somebody until he's proven guilty. Because what if I am not guilty? It's like
society
when we
doesn't
speak,
wait for it.
it's like how we started talking about the Greenwood story at the beginning. Now I remember the reason why I always reference the Greenwood stories. I remember watching the trial of Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. There were clear times where they said she particularly painted those parts of her body and showed it as bruise. That somebody else saw her another time in that same day, and there was nothing on her.
And for me, the ultimate thing is when a woman accuses you of something, don't believe. First, let's just not believe. Let's just not believe first. You know, because Haba, come on now.
Because Mendy, just think about it. Mendy would have won the Champions League. That would have completed the set for him. He's won the World Cup. He's won the Premier League. He's won the French League. He's won the FA Cup, won the League Cup. But I want the Champions League. Wale's question about where you can get the jersey. Just go onto their social media page. Follow the link. You get to their store. So you'll be able to get what you're looking for.
All right, let's take our first call for today. This person, no, I'm making a picking call. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mazi.
Hey.
Good morning, Shaggy.
Good morning,
family.
Mr. Motosho.
It's okay.
Good morning. Good
Especially.
morning. Good morning.
My name is Joe Diary of Motosho. Uncle Charles, when match officials becomes man of the match, it got me thinking. So I will not say congratulations to Sporting Lagos. Because I even asked.
Oh, wait, hang on. What did you say?
I said I will not say congratulations to Sporting.
Why? Why?
Because of the
It's
officiating.
just decision from the referee. A situation whereby referees are man of the match. I find it somehow. We can't continue like this. We can't. Hello?
Yeah.
And as for the lady that the athletes, the doping ladies, in our league, MFS, do we have tests for our players out there? Do they test our players whether they are on drug or...
Oops. Sorry.
Okay, let me read a few more of your messages. This one here. Good morning, guys. Great job on radio, Charles. I was the guy that our late pastor Jeff told to listen to your station. It says Alcaraz is the new face of tennis. The boy will break records upon records. Even his age brackets like Ruud, Rublev, Tsitsipas, Zverev have no hope against this machine. As for the ladies' final on, Jabal refuses to be accepted as African. Rather, she is Arab. And so no prayers from Africans for her. She will continue losing the finals. Well done to Sporting Lagos. Great match. Bad officiating. Wale from Ikeja.
Whether she likes it or not, she's African. She's Tunisian.
No, she said, but I think she grew up in Belgium. Spent some time in Belgium.
There are Arabs in Belgium.
No.
So why is she claiming she's Arab? She's from Tunisia.
So you want to respond to this?
Okay. Yeah. I'm happy that late Pastor Jeff pointed you in the right direction, and I'm hoping that you're having a good time listening to the show every day.
All right, let's go through this one. Ayodeji from Ikoyi says, Super 8 was amazing. I was opportune to watch the games on weekend due to work, and yesterday was a pick for me. Stadium was so packed that I was scared if any fan wahala happened and how it was going to be resolved. At the point when Remo's first goal was wrongly disallowed for offside and the fans were hysterical, throwing bottles onto the pitch, I was ready to leave the stadium, but thank God it blew over. But the tournament was a good one and I'm happy for Sporting Lagos. I'm very disappointed in Onjabo. Says for Dele Ali, he should man up and stop looking for excuses. Athletes hide under this mental health to explain their failures.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Jamie from Ajuguno.
Good morning.
Congratulations to Colin Sakara. Happy for him. For Sporting Lagos, congratulations to them. The officiator is bad, as people say. And for Tobi Amusan, congratulations to him. Thank you.
All
right, thank you. We didn't talk about the draws made for the FIFA World Cup. Yeah, we didn't have the time to do so. But Coach Gennaro, who is the coach of Benin Republic, is quoted to have said the Super Eagles are favorites to qualify from that group where his team is placed.
He's a wise man. That's all I'll say. He knows. There's no way we're going to lose that qualification. It doesn't happen. History has shown now. We'll qualify 2, we'll drop 1. We'll qualify 2, we'll drop 1 again.
There's also the story about the Football Federation in talks with Jose Posero to extend his contract. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think that's a good decision to make.
Yeah, it's just the conditions.
Just to settle the waters.
The conditions, yes, that you're going to put for him. Because for me, I think the target for the Nations Cup is a semi-final.
No, the man said he wants to win the Cup of Nations. The man said he wants to win.
But I don't think what
for me, that's my yardstick.
To win the Nations Cup. With the way the Nations Cup. With the way the field is now. There's Cote d'Ivoire, Egypt, Algeria, Senegal.
And so?
I don't think winning. I think winning is a tall order. But if we can make a semi-final for me, I'm good. A semi-final for me is good. I'm not the one who's going to give him the contract.
But based off of these qualifiers the games that you've watched, does any
forget qualifiers? Look, I never judge any team by virtue of their because qualifiers are very dodgy. Mm-hmm. You don't play the very best of football in qualifiers. Mm-hmm. You do not. Mm-hmm. It's all about making sure that you just find a spot. Mm-hmm. Qualify first. Whether it be beautiful or ugly, just qualify.
Okay.
When you reach there, make your opponents pay. There's a very cheeky message here, Aisha Tilola. She says, congratulations to Sporting Lagos. Listening to the coach, I must confess, I'm so impressed. Glad I will be supporting this team next season. Not just by mouth, I'll be at their games. I cannot wait. She adds, it's our heads that catch Mr. Omotosho. How can you say you won't say congratulations to Sporting Lagos and you think we won't jinx your line? That answers your question. We've got more of your messages here this morning. I'm just going to try to...
Aisha, the thing about supportership, it's not just about the home games. You should be able to follow your team everywhere across the country.
They go pay for flight.
But that's what they do everywhere else in the world. You follow your team. That's supportership.
Wherever you also say that.
I'm not talking about going on the continent because they're not there yet. I'm talking about within the country. So you should be able to follow Sporting Lagos to Maiduguri.
Yeah.
That's what being a fan is.
That won't go hard. Loud though. I think for me, if they can go to Keni, that's good.
If they can go to Southwest, because you have to people will consider transportation.
Maybe Oyo.
People will consider security.
Oyo too, yes. They can go to Oyo.
Do you not find fans of Chelsea going from London to Newcastle?
But I also remember.
Do you know how far that is?
But I also remember you saying on this show that travels in Europe is easier than in Africa.
But that's a sacrifice you make for being a fan.
But in this economic situation.
Economic what? Enter bus.
This
bus is expensive.
It's expensive.
When I used to go to Ibadan, it was maybe 2,000.
Now,
okay, so don't claim that you're a fan then. Just say you watch the games when they come to play at home. Finish.
So I can't claim that I'm a fan of Arsenal now because I'm not going to the Emirates.
You're not a fan of Arsenal.
Yeah.
You're not.
I read a few more of your messages. Babalola Abdul says, congratulations to Sporting Lagos. The stadium was electrifying. The crowd was wow. I feel Vuvuzela was a poor innovation to football. I'm still battling with headache. It says, in as much as it's their job, we need to cut these referees some slack and rather encourage them. The referee last night was fantastic, but for that Remo goal that was disallowed by the linesman, I was amazed by the run to the center line of the same linesman when Remo got the second goal that later counts. Ball never entered net. Baba don't approve. I'm also mentioning the penalty in the first 45 minutes. For me, that was a clear push at the back. There are many calls, and that's not the only game. I think at the start of the tournament...
Oh, yes. There was a back pass. Yeah. You know, Remo Stars goalkeeper handled the ball.
Disallowed goal. I think it was Lobby Stars.
It was Aqua United.
It was not offside. It was not offside.
There's so many.
Good morning, everyone in the studio. Okay, all right. Thank you very much for your message as well. Cardinal from Yaba says, kudos to the organizers of the Super 8, but we still need to do more on logistics. A lot of people without tickets got into the stadium before the people with tickets through the fence of another building close to the stadium. But in all, it was a good tournament. Can the NFF mandate the organizers and the IMT to organize our league? Meanwhile, Uncle Charles is still owing us a story about how he met his wife. Mr. Cardinal, thank you.
Cardinal, okay. I'll tell that story, no worry. One Mbosi also. Hello, good morning.
No.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Yeah, Mr. Charles, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
My name is Michael.
Michael. Go ahead, Michael.
Mr. Charles and Mr. Femi, good morning.
Good morning.
Good job you guys are doing. Sorry?
Good morning.
It's okay. He's asking if you're in the toilet, actually.
No, I'm not.
Okay, go ahead, because you're sounding kind of hollow.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Mr. Charles, I want to say congratulations to Sporting Lagos. They did well, but I must tell you the truth. I'm not really happy with the way things have been run in Nigeria. We just want to... I listen to your shows every day, and of course most times I also listen to your friend who is also the chairman of Sporting Lagos. When things like this go against his team, everybody's quiet, nobody's talking about it. But when it is when it goes for his team, everybody's quiet. But when it goes against his team, even on the show, talks about referees, everything. Things like this should not be happening. Like, the game was on TV. I was at the stadium live. I saw, in fact, the first game, Sporting Remo, Sporting won that game because they got a penalty. But before that penalty, there was supposed to be a penalty for Remo that was not given.
Yeah, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yes, few seconds after, Sporting got their penalty and they won that game. That was bad. Yesterday's one was even worse. I was like, what's happening? And then, there were conspiracy theories about how Sporting even got their slot to play in this competition. That's even a matter for another day. Take it back to how Sporting even got their promotion to the NNL. I was at the game, the Jebu United game. A lot of things are happening in this league, Mr. Charles. A lot of things are happening. And if we just begin to sugarcoat it when it favors... Yes, I like the whole thought about, yes, they're bringing fans. I like everything that's happening, like the way bringing fans and, of course, the whole thought about the team. But some of these things that are happening internally should not be happening. And then when those who are supposed to be the administrators are just keeping mute because it's favoring them, and when it does not favor them, the whole social media wouldn't rest. It is not nice.
I understand what you're saying.
Remo Stars played good game yesterday, and if you're officiating, seriously, I'm not really happy.
All right, thank you very much.
I understand what you're talking about, man. But
I don't agree with. We already started at this show. Even the start of the tournament, the first game you covered on the Saturday, I think Saturday the 7th. I already spoke about the officiating from the very first game. So we've complained about officiating right here about the Super 8. So I don't think it's fair when you say we're keeping quiet because Sporting Lagos won. That's not true. We said the officiating could be better. So I did not see.
I don't think he's referring to us as keeping quiet. I think he's talking about the generality of it all.
We're just caught up with celebrating Sporting Lagos without highlighting.
He's mentioned a lot of things. He's also raised accusation about the NNL season, how they went on to win. So my question always is, do you have proof of this? Do you have proof of this? Because you're making it sound like an allegation that they have some form of agreement with referees. And except you have proof.
Don't.
We have proof that the officiating in the Super 8 is bad because there are videos. Everybody can see it. I pointed out, I saw this. But you can't.
When I say this thing about proof, Shagun is always going on and on about, hey, okay, so can you prove it? There's so much talk about referees at a national team level collecting monies for whatever it is. There's a lot of talk around that. But I always ask, where is the proof? If you can come here and tell us that this and that and this, but Shagun always goes on about, boys, there. We know, how do you know? It's a story that everyone talks, that says, tells, but how can you prove it? I understand what he's saying. There's a lot of talk out there as well about how teams, especially when it comes to officials, compromise referees, ahead of gaining promotion from the lower division to the top tier of Nigerian football. Yes, it's there. But until we have concrete proof and that this particular team has done so, all we can do is continue to look the other way. Because if you can't prove it, then why would you want to come to town with the story?
To look straight the other way. You don't know anything about this other side. So keep looking straight.
I've heard, to be honest, I've heard officials, club officials, say that, look, this is what
I did to get this.
You know what I'm saying? But if I say it anywhere, it's my word against anybody else's.
That's right.
I don't have any proof except I go and record this person, and that's something I will never do because that's
breach of trust.
That's a breach of trust. But it's there are shenanigans everywhere. It's not just in Nigerian football.
Even in North Africa that we're hailing. Let me read a few more of your messages. Sulaiman says, good morning, Sports Zone. Just after watching the Super 8 for 1 week, I must say I really enjoyed it. And I know players' names with their faces. The officiating was suspect, but that was for me the only low point. I also enjoyed the coaching. Both teams in the final played 3 at the back and the final, which was impressive. And also Remo Stars has a very team
that was one very technical
on the continent.
What's it called now? That's the coach of Sporting Lagos did. He replicated Remo's style of play to counter, because normally he will play 4 at the back in the other games, but with Remo he was
the 2 games against Remo he played the same formation.
Same pattern.
Olufat from Ibafo says, good morning, Sports Zone. Congratulations to Alcaraz, Mark Vondrosova, Amusan and Sporting Lagos for the win. Now that Maguire has been stripped of the captaincy, he should stay and fight for his shed, because we're not tired of seeing him committing those blunders for Manchester United. This one here says Super 8 was a Champions League final action-packed game, but referee killed the game. He also says Junior Locosa's penalty was a fire. Arisha Kola Dideji, thank you for your message.
There's no loyalty in footballers. There's absolutely no loyalty. Junior Locosa scores from the penalty spots and he's waving the badge of Sporting Lagos. He just left Remo some days ago. Just some days ago.
No time.
Money they do.
We've got more of your message. It says, good morning, guys. In any prosperous league in the world, where will a League 2 team win Super 8 in their first attempt, like in Premier League?
What are you suggesting?
La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, French League. It won't happen. So to also answer this your question, have you ever seen a small team make it all the way to the FA Cup final? Does it happen? Is it supposed to happen? How a year where Millwall got to the final, beating all the big teams? No.
We also remember the Euros. Was it the Euros? Where Denmark.
Yes.
Who were going on a holiday.
Yes.
Were invited back into the tournament.
Yes.
And won the trophy.
Yeah, exactly. Or the one Greece went on to, or Portugal beat France.
Ericsson had the...
No. That was the 90.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, guys. My name is Val.
Val, how are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Congratulations to Sporting Lagos. Give them kudos, and they expect to see better of them when the season starts. But this issue of them bottles, having access to bottles and all that way they get to the stadium. It's something we are trying to discourage. We should stop. Then, Maguire, secondly, I think shooting from the captain band is not the key. I mean, I even wanted to leave that club. That aside, it's disappointing for our teams to found this issue of drugs-related issue and all that. It's quite daunting for all the efforts and the performance of our team. Then finally, for Gigi Okocha, as a minister of sports, whether he be real or he be fake, they should be careful because I don't think Bros JJ is that competent to handle that kind of administration.
Bros JJ.
They should be careful. And Bros shouldn't find himself there. There are other places. Maybe probably he's in the sports federation or probably as a part of technical team or technical board. All well and good. They have other administrative position, man. You should be careful. That means every Tom, Dick, and Harry will be a minister in this particular country. All
right. Okay, thank you so much for your call. All right, the very first black African woman to win an Olympic gold medal in a field event, Chioma Ajunwa, has been nominated to be conferred with the Mother Africa Merit Award. And that will come on the 29th of July at the airport hotels in Ikeja. Aside from winning a gold medal at the 96 Summer Olympics in Atlanta, Chioma remains the only woman to have competed at both the FIFA Women's World Cup as a footballer and the Olympics as a track and field athlete. And this is an enviable feat. So, guys, look out for the Mother Africa Merit Award come July 29.
All right, let me read through a few more of your messages. Kate Blitz from Amuo says, listening to Paulo for this morning, and I'm just enthralled by his tactical and technical knowledge of the game. Brilliant young coach, and I heard he's in his 30s. He's not in his 40s. Their goalkeeper, Christian Nwoke, has ingredient to be a top player. Just going to summarize it like that. Sanchez from Ibadan says, music is any sound that makes you bounce. Ask Johnny Drew to come to Bere or Opodas in Ibadan for a concert. Guys will stone him, but bring portable. They will lock up the area. Charles can't listen to Fuji music for 5 minutes.
Fuji, of course I can.
So why would you like portable?
Fuji music that's original music now.
Portable is what?
Maybe you know well. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, guys.
Oh, man.
This is Damilari calling from Maryland.
Damilari, where's your wife? Want to hear from your wife, not you.
I was at the stadium yesterday. I even saw you, Mr. Charles, when you were far.
Did you bring your wife?
No.
Fear will not let him.
I didn't bring her.
Fear will not let him now.
What? No.
Are you sure? Are you sure you went because of just the football?
Yeah.
No, let me tell you. I actually. Oh, now what? I did actually.
Damn, Larry, it's getting
talk.
Let me talk football, please. I did actually take some few points now. And what I noticed, I went there very early, like 2:33. I went inside without. I went inside without no ASU, and the game itself was interesting. Was very interesting. I was at the Sporting Lagos side beside them. I was at the Sporting Lagos side.
Larry, you're not very. Yeah.
Larry, your line not good.
Let's take the next message. This one says, any Super Eagles coach that says he can't pick 5 to 7 players from our league to play the nationals team instead of running after foreign players with Nigeria's name abroad that are playing for Division 2, 3, and 4 because of foreign exchange. Such a coach needs to be fired. Adeboyega Adedeji with that message.
Adeboyega Adedeji, which of our players are playing in Division 3 and 4 abroad? Please, which one?
And he's in the national team. Which one?
Okay. Oh, well.
We need to go.
Anyway, we have to go. Thank you for listening in. Our show has been cut short by 10 minutes. But we're doing a favor now. We're making her remember. Making her remember.
This is a family affair. You didn't need to say it on air, Charles.
Making her remember.
No, but we know we've done favors for Where is Femi? Femi has disappeared.
All right, that's how we sign out. Join us again, same time tomorrow. Lagos Talks 91.3 Sports Zone, signing out.